talk about cardboard, but that related to furniture. And that is something I think Arkihive has brought for you, something very interesting, something very new. So I'm really hoping everyone will enjoy this event. This is new for all of us.
So hi guys, I'm Karthik. I'll probably be taking you through what I've done, my journey, and my struggles, and how this idea came up in the first place. And probably I would like to inspire you and probably make cardboard as an alternative for you to use when you guys design or when you guys think of materials apart from wood, plastic, or metal.
Yes, definitely, Karthik. We'll just welcome everyone once again and we will start, I guess. Good evening, everyone. This is me, Samruddhi from Arkihive team, and I'm your host for today. Definitely, as you see on screen, we will be talking about cardboard, a sustainable furniture alternative for wood, plastic, metal, and other materials. Can we move to the next slide, Karthik? A little about Karthik. I think he will be the best person to talk about himself, but let me give you a bit of glance of what he's done. So he's a young product designer, Chennai based, and he's come up with this company called Out of the Box that ventures cardboard as a alternative for materials. When, how, what, all he's here to explain and answer all your questions like we do for every event. Any questions you guys have for any of the slides, any doubts, we will address all of them at the end of the session. So do not worry about that. Moving on to the next one, Karthik. Before we start, let me tell you what you guys can expect for today. So we will first run you through the journey so far, journey of cardboard, out of the box, and Karthik, I guess. And then we'll talk about why cardboard, why this material compared to other materials. We'll talk about what is the concept of out of the box and the functioning of cardboard as a material. We will deep dive into sustainability factor of cardboard, and then its market comparison with other materials, of course. And last second, we'll cover the hands-on experience of Karthik with this material, basically his projects. And last, like I explained, it's Ask the Expert, where you can openly ask questions to our expert for today. Moving on.
So probably I think I'll take over from here. Do we are we waiting for some more people, or do we start right now?
Karthik, sorry to interrupt. I think we just missed out on the Arkihive slide.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the second slide. If not, I will explain them about.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Okay, just giving you a glimpse of our platform, Arkihive. So we are building material procuring platform, and like this, we like what you're seeing today. What you're attending today. We do a lot of design talks and material talks. We bring in experts, we bring in architects to talk to you, explain projects, explain their products to you, and we will keep doing this for you guys. So do follow us. And also, before we start, let me tell you that you will get all the recordings of our previous events on our platform on YouTube channel of Arkihive. So do follow us there. Yeah, Karthik, I think you can take on for now.
Uh, Thank you, Samruddhi, for the wonderful introduction. I hope I'm audible to all of you guys. So probably I'll just give you a brief of what we do at Out of the Box and take you through my journey and what I've done. Possibly inspire you guys with what we are doing here. So at Out of the Box, our main goal is to create affordable and accessible products for everyone, right? Because cardboard is such an amazing material, you can find it everywhere, and the manufacturing process is also quite similar to how you make boxes. So with the same manufacturing process, but with a better design, how can you make products which can help and which can rather which can make cardboard an accessible material to other products in everyday life? Right? That's our goal out of the box. Um, a little bit about what we do is we want to promote ourselves as an Indian brand, and we want to take design in India to rather a next level in terms of how we use the material. So cardboard, unlike other materials, the manufacturing process is quite easy, to be honest. And the manufacturing capability is so fast that you can probably manufacture around 1 or 2 lakh pieces a day. That is with the manufacturing capacity that we have right now. But if we expand, then we can do even more, right? And cardboard is something which is very cost effective, affordable, and the best of all, it is eco-friendly, because we are now into the journey to make the world a better place, and probably cardboard is a go-to material. Paper as such is a go-to material for all. And cardboard boxes and carton reaches not only cities, it reaches every nook and corner of the world. And we want to be that brand which caters to the human race. Right. How did out of the box start? So I am a product designer by my education. Uh, quite a story actually. So I'll probably take you through my journey. In 2018, so I joined product design in a college called as Rubika. It's in Pune. It was in Pune. So what happened was during 2016, I joined my college, and the first year went good. The second year went good. By the time I reached my third year, the owner of my college, he got arrested, and the area had to be seized, which meant my college was closed down. And the organization, they gave me an option. You can either come to France, or you can either continue with the temporary campus that we have over here. I decided to take the temporary campus route, and I joined the temporary campus where I didn't have a hostel. So they wanted me to get my own house and furnish it on my own. Uh, as a designer, as a product designer, I always wanted to make my own furniture. I tried to make it with wood, but due to various reasons, wood is something which is very difficult for me to do it by my own with my own materials. I moved in with cardboard boxes. And what better material could I try out if with the material that I just had in my hand? So my college room, my hostel room, I tried to make a bed. I tried to make a stool. I tried to make a cupboard. And probably this was the early stages and the proof of concept that cardboard is something which could be used as an alternative to other materials. So when I started making these products, I was also on the assumption that how long would it last? Let's say it would last 1 month, 2 months at max, right? So, but I've used these furniture for a whole year, and it still stayed. And I didn't use very good quality cardboard or nothing. I just used Amazon boxes which I got, and I made this. So that's when it struck me that a well-designed product, no matter what material it is, if it's designed properly, it can handle, it can last long. That's where the proof of concept of out of the box started. And after that, I realized that the temporary campus in my college is not teaching me much. So I decided to quit my studies, and I worked with multiple startups. And after that, lockdown happened. Everyone was put in your house, and what happened was people were selling these sanitizer stands. And the sanitizer stands, people are selling it for around 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. The ones which is made of steel and metal. Um, I thought I could do a better version, and I did a sanitizer stand which costed only 500. Right, and this became quite viral. In India, we sold in the first 1 week, we sold around 2,000 units. This gave me a boost, right? Cardboard products and people are accepting it, and one is because of the cost, and second is because of how it works, right? And it didn't stop over there. It spread across the world, and in Europe, we sold around 800 pieces, and then in Africa, we sold around 28,000 pieces. In Africa and Europe, we did a royalty deal, which means I didn't manufacture it over there, and I got a royalty for my patent, which was lovely, right? As a designer, I would always encourage people to take royalty. You don't have any of the hassle, but you still get your cut, right? With all the funds that I got, I decided, okay, let's take cardboard to the next level and let's proceed with this. So I went to Gujarat. I went to Vapi in Gujarat to be specific. Vapi is the paper capital of India, which means a lot of cardboard which you see is made from paper. And the raw material paper from the paper mills, it's mostly from Gujarat. And I decided, okay, if I go over there, if I can spend some time with the paper mill, with the manufacturers, I can probably change the quality of paper to make it more stronger, to make it more water resistant. I went there. I had a team of around 10 people. There were 8 employees and 2 interns. We did around 55 different designs prototyping. We were exploring the possibilities of cardboard in Gujarat. But once all of these were done. The manufacturers, they didn't quite accept us in terms of like, they didn't accept the idea of using cardboard as a material, and they were not ready to manufacture it. So I had to again, okay, plan again and think again. And I was like, okay, let me come back to Chennai, but let me get the raw material, raw paper from Gujarat. So I got the raw material from Gujarat. I came to Chennai. And in Chennai, last year, in July, we started out of the box. And in on Jan 26th, this year, we launched our first range of products. It's been, I would say, 1.5 months, and we have sold out nearly all the products. We have started with the next batch of production, so it's going good, right? This is how, in a brief, what and how we are, and how out of the box started. Right. And yeah, by doing all this, I don't mean that I did everything by my own. I have a wonderful team of people. We have product designers, we have graphic designers, we have package designers, and to sell all of these out, we have digital marketers in our team. And our office, if you can see on the bottom right, the picture, our office is completely made out of cardboard. Right. So everything that you see, our tables, our lights, everything, because we wanted to keep the ethos in cardboard in our office always. So our tables, our lights, everything is made out of cardboard. And people who enter this space, people who come here, they become creative. It is a space where it wants you to make more, and that is also one of our mottos. Cardboard products set a clear intention when you walk into a space, one that is bold, creative, and also environmentally conscious. And we wanted to keep that in our studio as well. We have our manufacturing facility quite near to us. It's around 4 kilometers. So once our designs are done, we try out prototypes. So each product that we make, we do around 40 to 50 prototypes before it goes to production. And yeah, I don't use cardboard. Cardboard has a lot of advantages, if I may say. One, as I mentioned, the manufacturing process is very, very rapid. And it doesn't need any new tools or new machines to make it. It just follows the same manufacturing process, but just with a better paper and a better design. Right. And unlike wood, metal, or steel, cardboard is something which you can print on top, which means you can do all sorts of graphics, all doodly giggly prints, and also you can do branding on top, which means brand collaborations. The other positive impact of it is the cost. It is minute if we compare it to the cost of wood or steel. And we, at out of the box at least, we design products which are flat packable, which means it's portable, and the assembly is also not complicated. Um, Right. And on Jan 26th, as we said, we launched our first range of products. We launched 8 products. We chose these products in a specific manner that it is generic and it caters to most of the audience. We are planning to launch 4 more ranges, to be specific. The next range is towards startups and students, where you'll see 1:1 table, cupboards, wall dividers, and book organizers, and all of those things. The next range is towards kids, and the final range is towards pop-up stalls and events. Right? But yeah, as initially we launched this first range of products, and the response has been quite overwhelming. Is the word I would use. I didn't expect people to accept cardboard products very immediately, because people would ask questions. Is it strong? Is it water resistant? Can it handle my weight? Right? And we had to market ourselves out such that it does, and it really does. Right? So this tool that we've done, it can handle up to 150 kgs of weight. And every product that you see here is it goes as a flat pack, and people can assemble it by their own, which means there is no need of glue, gum, or any staples as required. Everything interlocks by itself. Right. And our concept. So on the top right, that image, what you see, that is our office, which was in Gujarat. We did a lot of prototypes. We did meeting rooms, we did wall dividers, we did lounges, we did sofas, we did chairs, we did beds. All of those, we tested them out, but those were not manufacturer ready. Right. We had to come back. We had to redesign. We had to go back to the drawing table. We redesigned all the products. And the best thing about cardboard is that because you can print on top, we came up with 3 different prints initially. And our products has these 3 different prints. One is the black one is a white, and one is a blue print. Right. This is, yeah, as I said, cardboard products set a clear intention when you walk into a space. it gives you a green mindset, and cardboard also asks you or makes you to become creative. When you the most of people who bought our products, it makes them want to use it as an conversation starter. I've seen people who say, like, can you sit on the stool? Like, yeah, okay. And then they're like, this is made out of cardboard, and then people get shocked. So that is a very good conversation, and that makes out of the box reach to a wider audience. Right. We reach a point where if you have any questions as such, right, if you have any questions until now, you can ask me, and then probably I'll take over to the next one.
Yeah, Karthik. So here I'll just take a little break to all of you. So this is the Arkihive platform where I explained, you can explore materials with us just like you are exploring right now. You're exploring cardboard. You can connect with professionals. You can discover opportunities, business opportunities with us. And we do a lot of talk series. We do design talks and material talks. And these are the names: Agrocrete, Interior Estimation, and Earth Blocks are few of the events, webinars that we have done previously, and you can find all of that on our YouTube channel. So that was a bit about Arkihive. Yes, you can continue that.
Yes, if you guys have any doubts, I think you can put it in the chat, and probably I'll love to answer those right now.
I think we can continue by the end of session. We can address the questions. Yeah, guys. So if you have any doubts, please put in your questions in the chat.
Okay. Continuing about cardboard, how our products are packed. We send them as flat packs, and there's a very simple instruction which is included inside, and the user can finally assemble the product. We also have a video which goes along with it, and they can assemble it. Right. And yeah, coming to the questions, right? I know most of you would have these questions. How is cardboard strong? How is it durable? Can it handle water? And how much weight can it handle? So probably I'd like to stop my screen share and probably explain the properties of cardboard, and then probably we can continue with that. Right? I guess I'm visible to all of you guys. Right. So cardboard, there are different types of cardboard. Right. Generally, the cardboard that you get from your Amazon boxes are usually made of a 3-ply cardboard. That's what you would say. 3-ply is something where you have 3 different layers of cardboard, 3 different layers of paper. Right? If you increase this number, let's say if you have 5 numbers, that is called as a 5-ply. And as you can see, there are 5 layers of cardboard. Right. And each one of these have a different property and have a different reasoning and different purpose of where you have to use them. Right. And since cardboard is made with paper, you increase the strength by increasing the GSM of the paper. Most of us use A4 sheets. They are an 80 GSM paper. Right. And over here at Out of the Box, at least for the stools, we use around 250 GSM paper, which gives it the strength. And also there is different categories of thicknesses which goes along. So probably these zigzag lines are called as flutes. Right. So this is a B flute cardboard, and this is an AB flute cardboard. If you probably see, the thickness of this and the thickness on the bottom is quite different. We name cardboard based on their thickness. So A is the biggest, and B is the next one. A, B, C, D, E. It goes like that. Right. So this is a combi flute, which means there is an A and a B type of cardboard. And let's say if I'm designing for cardboard, I would use these flutes to my advantage. Right. So these flutes, they go like this, which means that let's say if I'm designing a stool, I would use these as pillars, and I would make it stand vertical so it can support my weight. I wouldn't do it the other way, because if I do it this way, there's each chance that it might bend. Right. I would use the material to my advantage while making it, and that's how we made our stool also. The other types of cardboard are, so this is a corrugated cardboard which has zigzag lines. There is also one more type of cardboard called as hexagon core cardboard, which means the central part of it has an hexagonal core. Right. This hexagon inside looks something like this, which means that let's say if you're designing a table, or if you're designing a wall divider, you could use this because it has a lot of strength, and even if you even if you compress it, it can handle the weight. And to probably take you through how cardboard is also manufactured, so you also get an idea when you design or when you think about how cardboard products are made, so we usually use something called as a die, which cuts the cardboard. Right. So once a board is prepared, so you get a board, you can either have it with a print on top or with a plain thing. So if I'm having a print on top, the top layer of sheet will be replaced with the print, and I'll have the print on top. Once this is done, I would take my die. A die is something where you have blades essentially. So there are cutting blades and there are bending blades, which are put into a plywood, and that is taken and put on top of a machine. And you insert this sheet inside, and then you press it. When you press it, what happens is wherever the cut lines are there, the cardboard gets cut out, and wherever the bend lines are there, the cardboard gets bent. It's as simple as that. But the trick is in the way how you design it. Right? Probably I'll just continue with my presentation and. Right. Yeah. And how is it made water resistant? Right. So this is one question which I get asked a lot. So how we do it, what we do in out of the boxes, we use a starch-based coating which we apply on top. It is a mixture of liquid glass and starch, which gives it the water-resistant coating. There is also other alternatives. You can also laminate it with textures. So if let's say if you want a material feel which feels like velvet, there's velvet lamination. If you want something which is gloss, there is gloss lamination. If you want something that is matte, there's matte finish lamination. So there's a lot of finishes which you can apply on top to get the final feel of your product or the final feel of your house or something. Right. And yeah, so I was explaining about cardboard types, right? So these are the different types of flutes. So there is A flute, B flute, C flute, E flute, F flute. F flute is the thinnest flute which is available. Usually, the lower the height of the flute, which means it is more strong. The higher the flute thickness means that you have more dampening strength. So let's say if you're packing a glass jar, you would probably use A flute rather than an F flute because F flute is strong and it doesn't have any dampening strength. The other cardboard which I explained is the hexagon core cardboard. You get this in different thicknesses. The one that I had right now has a diameter of 16 mm. You get it as a minimum of 5 mm. Right? The lesser the cell size, the more the strong the cardboard gets. Right. And people around the world, it's not like I'm the only company that is trying to do this. There is 4 companies around the world who are trying to do cardboard and cardboard-based furniture and products. How we would differentiate ourselves from the other people is in the way we design it. So all the products that you see out in out of the box, you won't see the corrugation of it. One of our main inputs from our user survey gave us that there is it feels unfinished if there is a corrugation visible. So we decided to go with a path where there is no corrugation visible and people don't figure out it is cardboard until they use them. And yeah, so in India at least, cardboard is 100% recycled. So we don't cut down trees in India to make cardboard. So probably let's say if you buy our product, so if you buy any books or any newspaper or something, after you use the paper, you throw it away. It goes to the waste paper mart. Someone collects it, and from the waste paper mart, it goes to the mill. In the mill, there is a boiler where you dump all the cardboard and paper, and the ink is separated, or whatever plastic is there that gets separated, and the paper pulp comes again. So when you throw cardboard, it essentially becomes cardboard again. So cardboard is something which is 100% recycled, and you can proudly say that if you're using cardboard, you are going in an eco-friendly path. And yeah, why now? Why is this the right time, and why should people go for this change? Right. One is there is no plan B. We have only one planet, and we are facing a crisis right now. It is evidently visible with the climate and everything rising around us, and people shifting to a eco-friendly lifestyle. One or two might not make a difference, but globally, if we change the way we use our materials, and if we change the way we perceive our products, I think we can make a difference. And yeah, if you guys are also into cardboard furniture, the market size in India is growing rapidly. The furniture industry is booming at an annual rate of 13.37%, which is huge than the other industries combined. To give you a number, EV market is growing at a rate of 10.5. So furniture is booming even more than that. And also, since everyone is shifting to a better packaging material, packaging is also something which is increasing at a rapid pace. And also, 47% of the world who earn money are millennials, and our target audience is also millennials who would rather opt these products. So I wouldn't expect my mom or dad to readily buy these products, right? So I would first try to change children and then probably people of my age to accept this material, and there are people who can accept these kind of products. So we are targeting those kind of people to buy these products. And since we launched, we have reached a lot of milestones. We have been featured in a lot of articles and newspapers. We have, then the best part is that we have got a lot of feedback from customers. People love them. Some people find different solutions, different possibilities out of the ones that we made. We had a child once doodling on our stool and sending a photo of those to us. These and so this is where we are right now, and our next goals is to enter into the one is into temporary housing. The second is into bulk orders, which means corporate orders where we can co-brand with other companies, and we can do digital prints on top. The next is to set up a retail store where you can come in, you can customize and make your live furniture. So let's say if you want this color top, this finish on the bottom, and this leg, you can make it live like a subway counter, and you can take them. So those are our goals. And going with our goals of what we are doing right now, we are trying to make temporary shelters, which means that I have to solve a lot of issues, which in terms of architecture. Okay, so cardboard is a good material, but it wouldn't be the best material for to build a house until we solve a few issues. One is its waterproofness, and second is its fireproofness, and third is the pest control. So these three issues we are trying to solve at out of the box. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to experiment with different kinds of finishes and solutions and coatings that we can apply on top, which can make it fireproof and waterproof. And we're also planning to treat paper in such a way that it can also handle pests. Probably if you guys can see my screen, or if you can see me. And so these are all the experiments that we are doing here out of the box. We are trying out different solutions to test out fireproofness. So let's say if there is a spark when you do electricity, your building should not light up. So we're trying to solve that out. And temporary housing is something which has been very close to my heart. Imagine if you can walk with a box and open the box door, and that becomes into a house. And you can use the temporary house for a while, and then you can pack it again, and you can take it and come back. Temporary houses, temporary tents, those are the next milestones for out of the box. Yeah, so probably I'll just showcase whatever we have tried and we have built until now. We've made beds, we have made meeting tables. So these meeting tables, we had 15 people sit on top, and people stood on top, and you could see these are not average weight people. They are quite hefty and could handle all of these, all of the weight which is happening, which means to say that cardboard is something which has been perceived wrong until this time. And if you design a material in such a way that it can work out, it does work out. Going to our first stage, we have launched 8 products. One is a study table on the left. The next is a study lamp. The next one is a stool. I'm also sitting on a stool right now. The next is a pen stand, and then is a bookshelf. The bookshelf is modular. You can keep on adding books, and you can adding the shelves, and you can organize your space. The study lamp comes with a bulb and wire inside, and it comes in 4 different colors. All of our products actually come in 4 different colors as of now. Right. So, and yeah, since cardboard is something which has the top layer as paper, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go only with paper. Anything that can be stuck on top of paper and can be punched out, you can use them. So we can use cloth, we can use felt, we can use a rexine, we can use any kind of material which can be stuck on top. Right, and it opens up a lot of possibilities. So let's say if you're designing a luxury product or a luxury surface, and you don't want people to realize that it is actually cardboard, you can probably use a velvet cloth on top, and you can make your whole interior in such a way. Going back to my story, the sanitizer stand is the one which you see on the bottom left. The sanitizer stand was how we started out of the box, and those are all the different prototypes we did before we got to the final version. out of the box, how we do our designs is we initially get an idea, and we try out a rough sample first, and then we sit with the team, we discuss possible solutions, possible mishaps of what happens, and then we make a 1:1 model and we test it out. It doesn't stop over there. We give it to the user, we ask them to try it out, and we get their review from them. And once all of the checklist is done, then we go for production, then we go for launch. Uh, Apart from furnitures and apart from products, packaging is something which helps us sustain on a day-to-day basis. So out of the box is a completely bootstrap company. We haven't got any investors. We don't want, we at least as of now, we're not expecting any funding. So how we do our day-to-day expense and how we've been sustaining for the past 6 months without selling anything is through making creative packaging. Packaging is something which is very close to how our products are also made, and there are very few people in India who does creative packaging, and we are very proud to be one of a company who does these kind of creative packagings. Yeah, out of the box, we have done a lot of crazy stuff. So that we made an 8-foot dinosaur. We made a 1:1 scooter. The scooter doesn't work, of course, but it is something which is possible out of cardboard, and we wanted to use them as showcase elements. We did all of these, the dinosaur in 2 days, the scooter in a day. So cardboard is something which you can prototype very fast and you can manufacture also very fast. And I'm also a firm believer of how you do the small things is how you do the big things. It definitely reflects in the work that we do and the projects that we have. Right. That has been my time. If you have any questions, then I think probably somebody can take it up from you.
Yeah, before the questions, again, a little about Arkihive. So this is how you guys will see if you download the Arkihive app. You can explore materials here, and you can directly place codes for materials with a particular vendor, the kind of quantity you need, the kind of sizes you need. And this is how our page will look. Please, I request you all to download the app and explore more. We are developing the app a lot for you all and making it better and better every day. And yes, I think just let's take to the last slide and we can take on with the questions.
Sure.
So guys, please put in your questions. These are our contact details for both Out of the Box and Arkihive. Before the questions, Karthik, I would want to actually request you that since you said you're sitting on one of your cardboard chair, I would want to see one of it. I think everyone wants to see how it actually looks.
This is how it looks, and it goes. So all of our products, it goes packed like these. So you get it as flat packs, and probably I could assemble a laptop stand live right now. So when you get a product, yeah, as I said, we wanted to keep everything unique, and so is our packaging. It doesn't make sense to use more cardboard more cardboard than what our product actually is. So this is a laptop stand. This is the blue version of it.
I'm sure this is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also get an instruction booklet along with it, and it has a QR code which you scan, and you can also have a video of it, and there's more instruction on how you do it. Right, so this is the laptop stand, and how you assemble it is very simple. You take the laptop stand, there is a flip on the back, you just press it inside, there's a hole which comes over here. This pops out, and then you have these two sides which you bend, and then you have this back plate which you attach inside. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Most of our products are very simple to assemble, and probably I'll just do it over here.
Yeah. We can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, that is our laptop stand, and probably to just showcase the strength of our stool, I can really stand on it. I can jump on it.
Oh, great. Okay.
Right.
That was great. Yeah. Okay, let's take some questions. I also definitely have some questions for you, but let's take some from the chat. I think in the previous meeting, the first question was life of the product. So
yeah. So ideally, we would say our products would last 3 years. But again, depends on how you use it. We have a stool. So the table which I'm using currently right now is also made out of cardboard. We've been using this for the past year, and it has been good. I think it should last for 2 more years. So again, depends on how you use it. So if you have a pet or something, and if it scratches it, that would affect the life of it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
in terms of water resistant, we definitely say it is water resistant and not waterproof. We don't want you to take a bucket of water and pour into it. Occasional splashes, let's say coffee spills or tea spills or hot water spills, you can definitely wipe it off.
All right. Price range. Architect Manan is wanting to know the price range for your products.
Oh, sure. You can have a look at it on the website, or probably I'll just tell you the price ranges. So since it's cardboard and it's something that's very affordable, we also wanted to keep it in such a way. Our stool, which I'm sitting right now, costs you 500, which is inclusive of shipping and taxes. We have a desk organizer, which costs 300. So most of our maximum selling price is 700. The next range, what we're launching, we are launching these tables, which would ideally cost you around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. A wooden table in the same range would cost you around 4,000 to 5,000 in that range.
Okay.
I think I was fast. Hope you got that.
And definitely you guys can reach out to him. Again, we have shared contact details. Moving on to the next question. Subhashish has a question. Is there a possibility of expanding this to the packaging industry? We can replace single-use plastics or even paper packaging coated with plastics through this.
So yeah, people are moving from away from plastic packaging, and they are moving towards paper-based packaging. Most of the so again, since it's packaging, it is ideally mostly a one-time use thing. So probably, let's say if you get let's say a lunch box or a hobby box, you use it, and then after it is done, you throw it away. Right. If you want to make this replaceable, that is something which we are definitely working in out of the box, is to give a new life to the product which are done out of cardboard or paper. So let's say you get an Amazon box, and you get a product inside. But if there is some instructions on the back, which means that you can cut it out and you can make it into something else, that is something which we are working on with in out of the box with other vendors also.
Okay. Albert has two questions for you. First is limitations of your product.
Limitation is one is because there's a lot of constraints when it comes to cardboard. One is the manufacturing size of it. So I cannot manufacture, let's say, a whole wall, which means because the paper size is a limit. One, and second is the corrugation of it. So because corrugation has one axis where the flute goes across. So let's say if I'm designing a structure where I want a load to be bared in two different angles, you can technically do it with the design, but it'll be tough to achieve it. And third is these can't be used in extreme climates or situations. So I can't put this into a furnace. I can't put this into water or make those things.
Okay. His second question is room partitioning products available or in research stage?
We have done a lot of prototypes. It is still yet to be launched. So probably our next range will have room partitioning. So the way we're planning the room partitioning is probably I can also show you a slide where we have the prototype. 1 minute. So probably if you can look into this, the partition behind, there's something which we're working on, which can be collapsed and it can become flat, or it can expand depending on your need. We're also working on one more solution where the partition is made with a brick-like solution, and you can use the partition to store things. So these are two things which we're doing with our design team currently.
Okay, I think that answers the next question by Kriti. She's asking about your new product range. What is it coming? Anything else you want to mention, Karthik?
Yeah, so the next change is towards startups and students, which means that we are doing a lot of products which caters to them, and also the graphics of it, which also cater to them. If I were to list down the products, it will be a file organizer, it will be a single person table, it will be a conference table, wall dividers, and definitely lighting. So probably if you can see my screen, the lighting in out of the box is also out of cardboard.
Okay. There was one more question in the previous meeting. I have jotted down that you were talking about recycling of cardboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a limitation to it, right? Like you recycle, you make cardboard. So how do you?
So there is a problem, and there is already a solution which is available. So what you do is, say, apart from India, let's say Europe or America, what they do is they use virgin paper. which means that gives them a lot of strength. Paper is measured through BF. BF is called as burst factor. So let's say if you're taking an A4 sheet, it has a burst factor of around 12, which means that let's say if you take a paper and if you poke a pen through it, the point at which it breaks is called as burst factor. The paper which is made from Europe and America, they use virgin paper, which means you can get a BF of up to 40 BF. It is a very, very strong number. And at least the product which we use out of the box, we use 24 BF because we're using recycle. The more you recycle, the BF of it reduces. But the solution to this is to add more starch. So when in the paper pulping process, when you add more starch, the BF increases. Starch is again made out of tapioca starch, so it is also a natural alternative. So yeah, essentially, cardboard can keep on going. There definitely, I won't say. Let's say if you throw this paper, you get this paper completely. A part of it might be lost, but it will still remain the major chunk of it.
Okay. Okay, till we have some more questions. One question from my side: do you think somehow, again, like even if you literally jumped on that chair, I know, but this strength factor somehow, it's hard for us, for anybody to believe regarding cardboard. Also, one more thing, like you said, 3 years of life for the furniture, but I'm not sure if we can really expect people to change furniture after every 3 years, or how do you perceive this?
Makes sense, makes sense. But again, so the target group which we are going forward with, and so the goal is to not sell cardboard products as something which can last forever. We are also in the mindset that it has an end to it, right? And it is to solve those purposes where you need a temporary solution. So let's say if you're a bachelor, if you're moving to a house where you need it for just a year or 2 years, instead of renting a
Right.
furniture, you can get these things. But yeah, there is also a way to make it last long, but we have not again explored to that journey.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, guys, we are up for some more questions. You can definitely put in questions. Again, repeating a little about Arkihive. So here we have explored a great material today. It was literally out of the box, and we want to do a lot more for you guys. So please follow us on our Instagram, on our YouTube, and also download our app. Soon, we also hope cardboard products on our app as well. We definitely want to work on that with you, Karthik.
Sure.
Yeah, we can. I think we can wait for like 5 more minutes for some questions.
Sure.
If
Probably
in
then I
Yeah,
would I would probably showcase you the first product that we designed, that I designed
sure,
actually.
sure, yes, yes, that
Right.
would be.
So, as I said, the small things matter and first impressions also matter. So, this is my visiting card. So, the company name is Out of the Box, and my name is Karthik. And these are all the products that we do here at Out of the Box. It is printed inside. And this card not only is a visiting card, it also becomes more. It becomes a phone stand, right? And you can put your phone vertically or horizontally to use it. So, this is something which we give out to all people.
This is
And
very interesting. Yeah, yeah. You can actually show us more products if anything. Like, totally. This feels actually like some magic show currently to me.
uh, I can get around. Uh, yeah, so this is the pen stand, and yeah, as I said, everything goes flat. We've designed this in such a way that it is very easy to make it flat. So this goes like this, and it's a two-step assembly process where you just take in the pen stand and you can just lock it.
Okay.
Right. And yeah, everything has a water resistant and oil proof coating on top, which means if you pour water or coffee, you can wipe it off.
So Karthik, when you say bed, when you say you can make a bed or a sofa out of it,
Mhm.
so that paper would be different to what you use for this, or the strength would be different. Would it be
The
the
the strength and the design of how we do it would be different. So at least for the stool, we have used, let's say, two cross sections inside. The bed we would use the same material to do it, but on top we would add a hexagonal cardboard on top, which gives it which spreads out the weight and gives it more strength. So this bed currently over here, 8 people stood on top of it, and I think that's the limit of how it could handle. Probably
Okay.
if you design it better, it could handle more people.
Okay. We do have some questions in our chat.
Sure.
Kunal has one question. What are the ways to remove stain if it is used as a restaurant table? It will get dirty, or will it have stains? What is the solution then?
So yeah, as I said, so this has the water resistant coating on top, which means if you pour water, oil, coffee, or let's say pasta sauce or anything, you can wipe it off, right? Probably it would be tough for you to imagine. I'll probably demonstrate it. So I have Sprite right here, and I'm trying to pour Sprite on top. But let's say if I just wipe it off, it doesn't absorb inside. It essentially acts like a barrier between the paper and the
Correct.
yes.
Okay. Next question is, what if it a replacement for concrete as cardboard? What do you think about it? Okay, what if it can be a replacement for concrete?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe later.
So I will probably answer this question, right? So since we're doing this temporary housing, one of the this limitation about cardboard is that it is very, very light, which means that if you do get heavy winds, it would blow away. Right? So we're trying to figure out a way to at least make cardboard strong or add weights below. But I don't think it'll be a readily available solution to change concrete.
Okay. One more question. Does humidity have some kind of negative impact on product strength?
Yes, definitely. So yeah, ideally when you use normal cardboard, it would absorb, let's say around so let's say if the BF is around 24, it can go as less as around 18, which means that if I'm sitting on the stool right now, if it is in a very humid climate, it would break. It can't handle my weight. But what we've done out of the box is we've done this treatment on top, which helps it avoid from fungus, and also it can handle moisture. So generally, if let's say a paper can absorb around 20 to 30% of water, of moisture, we have made it in such a way that it can absorb 4 to 5% of moisture. So it can still retain the strength. But yeah, moisture is a very big impact that will affect cardboard.
Okay, we have three more questions. Only good. Is it only good for high class society? Because most common problem in middle class houses is pest and seepage.
So yeah, we are not targeting this for high class societies. We are only targeting this towards middle class and lower class societies. We are also working with a lot of NGOs to give them cardboard products. So yeah, pests won't be an issue because we've treated in such a way. Termites is still a problem that we are still facing, but let's say cockroaches or fungus or those things won't be an issue.
Okay. One more question from Subhashish. Okay, I think he's saying that the strength is fine, but what about the comfort while using it as a stool or like a chair?
So people who sat on this, people who didn't know that it was a cardboard, they've compared this with wood. So probably it would be tough to explain the feeling of how you sit on a cardboard without actually feeling it. I would rather put this as it will be equivalent to sitting on plywood. So if sitting on plywood is something which comforts you, probably cardboard is something which is as strong as plywood. The other thing is as I mentioned, we use A-B flute, which means the top is A, the bottom is B, and it gives you a small compression when you sit. So it is let's say it is more comfortable when you sit on cardboard than sitting on a plywood. Hope that answers your question.
Oh, yes. One more question. Do you aim to build outdoor furniture too in near future?
Yes. So outdoor furniture is definitely in the process. Again, as I said, there's two issues. One is the rain, and second is the wind. So we don't want our furniture to fly off, and water is something which we have to figure it out. It is in the process. As of now, our stools, at least the top of it, is more resistant than the bottom. So if you pour water, it can handle.
Okay, I think we're done with all questions for now, Karthik. But yes, you all can definitely reach out to him. Please note down his contact details. Also to us, of course, for more such events. Thank you so much, Karthik. This was very, very interesting. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Samruddhi, for organizing this.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.